Welcome to my very first YouTube video. In this channel, we're pretty much going to talk about crypto and technical analysis, how I use that in order to make my trades on the market. And also, I'm going to keep a live portfolio open so that we can see how I manage all my trades. And that's pretty much it. So, welcome to Wolfgang Finance. I'm your host, Wolfgang. Let's begin.
You are now streaming the Wolfgang Finance channel, where we cover our crypto portfolio and technical analysis.
All right, I hope you guys like my intro. Kind of cheesy. So on this screen, I hope I'm doing the screen sharing properly here. On TradingView, this is the website I use for technical analysis. So I look at all the currencies here, I do my analysis, and I project where the future of whatever currency I'm looking at will go to. Um, the way I look at technical analysis is kind of like a statistical probability, such as like, oh, this is happening, therefore, I'm leaning towards it, price going up or down, and that's basically it. And it could be right, it could be wrong, but I'm betting I'll be right more than wrong, and that's why if our trades go the way I want them to go, we should be in profit. And so, like I said, this will be our technical analysis. And to keep a portfolio open, I'm going to open up a demo account on this website called Three Commas. For the sake of the channel, I bought the pro plan so that I can open up a demo account and we'll store all the trades there, like a trading diary. But um, yeah, most of you guys watching don't need this. This is just so I could open up trades, and that's about it. So if we let's go to a demo account and see what they give us. Okay, so they're giving us 466,000, basically paper money to trade. So BNB, Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT. For those that don't know, USDT is essentially a crypto coin pegged to the dollar. So it's United States dollar tether. Just remember, one USDT is $1. So this is our US dollar. So for now, we want to convert most of our money into USDT, because every time I make a trade, I want to show you guys the technical analysis side of it on why I'm making a trade on that. So let's go ahead and sell a bunch of this crap. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, all the other stuff isn't crap. I think they're great coins. But if I'm gonna open a trade, I want to show you guys why. So let's instead of demo account, let's name this Wolfgang Finance Portfolio. All right, there you go, Wolfgang Finance Portfolio, and we'll be just selling every other thing here. So let's go here. Here it is. Let's just sell, buy, sell. So we want to accumulate our dollar. So we'll go ahead and keep the Bitcoin that's here. They gave us one Bitcoin because, I mean, right now it's the most important one. It's always going to be the most important one, but I think they gave me BNB. So let's go ahead and sell that. Those that don't know, there's market limit. Let's say you want to make a few extra dollars within the day. You can set your price. For example, right now the current price is 645. You can say, hey, I want to sell it for 655. Oh, 655. And then sell, and it's just going to stay there waiting until price reaches that point, and then it'll sell for you. But market is just the current, whatever's available at the best price. That's what you're going to get it at live, like on the spot. So let's go ahead and sell this at market. Every trade we'll make, we'll just do market, so that we can be like true to our trades, to the market, whatever it is at the moment. So market 100%, sell to USDT. So now we're going to accumulate. Okay, see, now our value went up, and let's go ahead and sell Ethereum. Same thing, market 100%, sell. All right, guys, so if we look at our portfolio now, we'll notice we have majority USDT, and then the rest in Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and add a few more Bitcoin. Just because I feel like in the near future I'm going to be selling it. And I want to see you guys how I sell it in portions. So I know you guys are like, what? No, don't sell it. Well, I mean, I'm, at heart a swing trader, which means I try to predict when it's a good time to buy and when it's a good time to sell. And I like rational selling. Oh, no, not rational. So I try to predict like the medium momentum on when is a good time to take some profits and when is it a good time to accumulate. And that's what I do as a swing trader. And yeah, I think this channel is going to be fun, guys. So let's go ahead. Oh, so now since we want to buy Bitcoin, we go here. Over here we do USDT. Oh, actually, guess we do USDT. And then we go, here it is. So now units in USDT. No. You know what? Let's just sell USDT. There we go. Now we want to buy. Yeah, we want to buy Bitcoin with USDT. There we go. That's how we do this. So let's just do 25%, which would be almost another Bitcoin. Ready to point. You know what? Let's just make it one. Screw it. Let's just do that. One Bitcoin at market. And that should do it. Yes. Confirm. Okay. There we go. So we look at our portfolio. We should have a good chunk in Bitcoin. 41%. The rest, we have 270,000 in USDT. Earlier, I tried editing it to make it into an even number, like 100K or 200K. But whatever it gives me, that's it. So, bear with me. Well, what's important is how much the portfolio changes over time. Because if the portfolio changes, 60% in a few months, then it's like, okay, anyone can make that 60%, depending on how much they have. All right, so we're done here. If I need to make any other adjustments, I'll go ahead and show you guys that. But right now we're pretty Bitcoin heavy, 40% of our account, which, I mean, in reality, I would always be more Bitcoin heavy until alt season comes, which I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, so here on TradingView, I'm going to go over, let's just go over some simple stuff. Those that don't know, the value is going to be on the right, and the bottom's the dates. So right now I have it on the 1 daily. There's a 4-hour, 2-day, 3-day, weekly, monthly. But for the sake of the channel, I'm going to just mainly do my analysis on the daily. And just so you guys know, each one of these is a candle. And this is the current candle for today and yesterday, 2 days ago. And that's how you read the chart. And the bottom is the volume. And the dates in the bottom. So I want to tell you guys my thoughts on Bitcoin and where we're going from here. So if you look at this chart, there's a tool that I use here called a pitchfork. And what I like about the pitchfork, once there's a trend and it's in effect, it basically gives you like a pathway where the price will be going in the future. So you would expect the price to be meandering within this pitchfork for the future. And here I'll do it for you guys. So you need to find a swing low, swing high, swing low as it's trending. So those that don't know, when you have a peak, it's like you could say it's like a higher high. And then when it goes down and back up, and depending on if it made a higher value on that low, then that would be a higher low. So you look at these swings and then you go ahead and use the pitchfork tool. So like here, see here's a swing high, but then you swing low, but then you have this swing high here. So I'll go ahead and use this one. You have to kind of look for, you got to be creative. This is what I like about technical analysis. Everyone does it slightly different. And if you look here, what we have now essentially gives us a pathway where the currency will be going. So once it goes back up to the median line, there's a statistical probability that I think it's like an 80% chance it's going to happen again once it goes to the median line. So the yellow line is a median line. This is essentially the fair value of that trend until it's broken out. But what I mean by broken out is once we essentially break under the second deviation, so there's one deviation on both sides and then two deviations on both sides of the median line. Once price breaks out of it, we're essentially out of that trend. So we can either go sideways or down. So as we see here, and also the most important thing about this tool is it kind of tells you when you're overbought and when you're oversold. So this is really important because this is how you know when to sell high and when to buy low. And usually pitchforks are meant for a few weeks or months. So as you can see here, right, once we establish this and we're up here, you can be like, okay, well, we went back to the median line, so we can buy. So we could have had a nice buying point here around $37,000, right? And we just hold it. And essentially, when we're between one and two deviations up on top of the median line, we want to take some profits, right? Maybe 20-30% off. And then when we're on the bottom end of it, we can accumulate or buy more. So for example, when we have this parabolic move up, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't know when the bottom is, right? I'm sure a lot of people missed out on buying it around 20,000, right? But at least here we have an understanding when something's in effect, then we can start accumulating and get on the trend. So right here we're around 30, 36, 37,000 we could have bought because it went back to the median line, right? When we're between one and two deviations above it, all right, we're around $67,000. I mean, if you think about that, from here to here, that's already like 85% profit. That's incredible. We could have been like, oh, let's just sell half of it and buy later at a lower time. And that's the whole point of swing trading. So we went from between one and two deviations above it. And then from here, right, we could have waited for one of two things, either the median line, buy at the median line, or buy under it between one and two deviations, right? So we would have bought at the median line, we would have been buying around 59,000. Now, one and two deviations under, which did happen, was around $50,000. And over here, it happened again, around 54, 55,000. Still, great buys. If you think about it, even if you would have bought here and the pitchfork is still in effect because we haven't broken under it, then from here, we would have done, 81% profit. And I hope this is all making sense. I hope you guys are seeing why I really enjoy doing technical analysis, why I have a passion for crypto, because at the end of the day, it's not stressful. We're not being greedy. We're just using like statistics to make, extra money on the side. And I want to show you guys all that and why it's really important. So right here, right, we made 80% move. So where do I think we're going to head from here? I mean, just looking at the pitchfork, it is looking like we're overextended here. This is a very precarious situation because if you look at it, we're almost one deviation away. And if it does another leg up, like for example, right here, you see how it popped up from the median line to one deviation and then it broke up again to the second deviation. What makes you think we're not going to do that? But at the same time, what if it comes back down to the median line, such as right here, right? We touched the one deviation above, we went back to the median line, and then we did our move up. So I think these moves down are healthy because then it gives it allows it to then move up. This move here was just accumulating sideways for about 7 months. I mean, that was incredible. This was like around here was the perfect time to get back in or to get in for the first time. So do I think as a first, like let's say I'm a first time buyer in crypto, do I think this is a good time? I mean, you would want the you would want time to do its process, right? You would want it to either go sideways or to go down a little bit and then get back in, because now we have room to move up, right? And that's the whole point. We don't want to go up 10% and then we drop down 25% or 20%. That's so bad for, for our minds. Then we can't sleep and we're stressing out. We don't want to do that. We just want to have a good time and enjoy trading. So currently, I feel like it could still go up. I mean, we haven't tagged the first deviation yet, but if we do, yeah, I would take profits. That's just me personally, because I know it's gonna go down or sideways, and that's currently where we're at when it comes to Bitcoin. And for those that don't know, these moving averages that I use, like the aqua red line and the green line, this is essentially like the 21 moving average and the 55 EMA, and then there's blue shading and pink. This is called an Ichimoku cloud. It's a Japanese indicator. Um, it kind of allows you to see like future support resistance areas. When you're inside the cloud, it kind of we essentially lean. We're going sideways. When you're under the cloud, yeah, we essentially lean like, okay, there could be a change in trend. So yeah, so as you see here, once we're above it, the next time we go back inside the cloud was way up here. Right here we went under, but then now, with this price going above the moving averages, above the Ichimoku cloud, it kind of tells us like, oh, there's a lot of support here. Right? And we kind of want that congruency between these indicators, because when we're above everything, then that just means it's support. That's our trend. And we go up. Everything's about, trends and analyzing this and what the price is telling us. Okay, I think I've covered enough for my first video. I don't want to bore you guys. I think on my next video, I'm going to talk about Ethereum and altcoin season. For those that don't know, altcoin season is essentially when a bunch of coins just start going crazy, making profit. I kind of have a speculation on when that will happen. And when that does happen, it's going to be a very fun time, because we're going to be trading up, 20, 30, 50 coins at a time, probably around that time. But for now, I would want Bitcoin to either move up, come back down, or go sideways to the median line. And then I'll probably buy more because I know it has room to go up. And one last thing to point out here, right? We could kind of see for example, right here where we're at, what makes us not think it can do this, right? This move like this, right? And then we move it up here. You see what I'm saying? So it could do this here, and then we can be at like $124,000, and then we dump back down, and we might be where we're at right now at 99. To me, I'd rather buy it at the median because I know there's support, and if it dumps under that, because you always have to remember price can always go down. So where's your range, or should I say, so what's your tolerancy to where you start stressing out, right? So if you buy at the highs and then it dumps, you're going to stress out. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that to yourself. You want to buy at the median line or under, because then it could always act as support and pop up, sort of like we have over here. Support went up, and then we went undervalued, and we went from one end to the other. We went from this all the way to this. And that's kind of what we want to do again, right? We want to go to an oversold state and then go up and, double our money, essentially. That's kind of what we want to do. So if it goes back down, that'd be great. That'd be a great buying opportunity. And then we ride the wave up to, this is $175,000, which I'm going to go over where I think this cycle will end of the bull run. And this is, if you look at the chart here, we have something called a cup and handle, which I'm going to go over this. Okay, so right here. Okay, so this is your cup, and keep it going. Right, this is your handle. So this is a very old school pattern. There's once this breaks out, this usually means long-term momentum to the upside. And if we look at our pitchfork, this is already really aggressive. That's why I don't think it's going to break up. I mean, it's really rare to see that when an aggressive pitchfork is in effect for it to break up. I mean, it's almost impossible. I don't know. Maybe it has happened, but I don't think so. As it is, this is very aggressive. This is showing us in a few months. I mean, we're going to be 155,000. It's pretty remarkable. So, do I think it's going to go higher up with time? Yes. So, but like I said, this here, this is a beautiful pattern. Cup and handle. Once it breaks up, it's like a long-term move to the upside. And there's two ways to measuring the target on where it's going to go. There's two ways to see it. You go all the way to the bottom, and you get the value that the move made in value, which was 50. Let's just say $55,000. It made a $54,000 move. Let's just say a 55,000, right? So we go ahead and add 55,000 on the breakout of the handle, right? So right here was the breakout. Here's your handle. Let's go ahead and add $55,000 to it. So I kind of have that line there. So it should be about 125,000. So in a cup and handle breakout, this should be essentially your given. Like this is going to happen no matter what. I know it's kind of crazy to think like that, but these patterns have a high probability chance. So you see where this white line is, that should be our conservative target. Now, to find our aggressive target, we'll have a range on where the price will go in the future. So short term, a given 125,000. Now, to find the more aggressive, we do the same thing, but instead of the value, we do the percent. So we'll go ahead here, we go up. This is a 350%. Let's just round it. It's 349.93. Let's just do 350. So that value from the bottom of the cup to the neckline is 350%. So now we go from the breakout 350% above, right? And this is our more aggressive target. So here it is, the neckline. Let's do 350%. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. This is giving us essentially $315,000 aggressive, right? I think that's a little too much. Again, this is the range. 315 is crazy. So this is our range here. I should do it. This is our range. We should, conservative side, we should hit 125,000. Aggressive 315,000. That's too much. Where do I think it's going to go? I think it's going to go between somewhere in the middle, right? One's near 100, the other one's at 300. Let's say the middle's 200,000, right? So I think the top, if we have like a top, I think we're going to reach it around this period, right? And if we're within this pitchfork, right, it gives us a time valuation of the summer of June next year. Again, if we're going to have a blow off top, then we should be somewhere on the top end, not on the bottom end. Usually, like I said, these moves go up, down, up, down, up, down. So summertime of next year should be like a blow off top of 200,000. Does it mean we can't go to 315? No, it could, but it's best to be conservative, take some profits, and enjoy what you got. But yeah, that was more aggressive. The conservative 225. You could even start taking profits at 125. Like, hey, every 25K, I'm going to take 20% out or 15% out. And by the time you're above or at 200, you're taking the last of it out. So right now, this is where we're at. Right? We can still go sideways. We can go up, but we're a little overvalued. It can go up a little bit, maybe 120,000. I'll be taking profits, guys. I know people are going to be like, don't sell. But then when you get that 20% move down, everyone's going to stress out. And we're like, hey, we took a big chunk out and now we're ready to get back in. All right. So I think we covered everything on Bitcoin. I hope all this made sense. I don't want to confuse you guys, but this is essentially the range I really think we'll be getting like close to like 150 to 200. That makes more sense. All right, so I think I covered everything. I wanted to make it kind of simple. So yeah, so we covered Bitcoin, we covered the portfolio, and some technical analysis, and I think I got the important points. And now, yeah, next video, I'm going to talk about Ethereum and altcoin season. When do I think it's going to happen? And I'll try making 2 videos a week, over the weekend one and one in the middle of the week. And that should do it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, help the YouTube algorithm. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right. Have a good one. Bye.